What? What's up, Christopher? How you doing, sir? I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Say yes if you can. I'm trying out a new app, Christopher. So if you can hear me, let me know. Hmm. I wonder if they can even hear me because I don't have a.
I'll try, but I have I'll give you the lapel mic. You plug it dark, man.
Oh, if he can hear me, great. Thank you. Gonna learn today. We got 2 minutes before we start. Facebook beta thing. I need to figure out a way to turn off these notifications. Thank you, sir.
Plug it into
The
speaker. Make sure you're plugging it into speaker.
speaker is over here, I think.
You only got one input.
I think so. Brand new laptop.
All right. Plug it in there.
The only input jack I got is this.
That's your power.
That's power.
That's right.
Okay, cool. Okay. My baby hooking me up.
All right.
Hello, Rosa. How you doing? Is it on?
Yeah.
Is it on? Yes, it's on. Okay, good. Got my speaker mic on. All right, cool. And I have 1 minute before we start. How you doing, Rosa, Christopher? All right. Hello, Audretta. Hello, Denise McCrae. What's up? All right. So we start now. It's 9 o'clock. I promise you I have more content than I expect to get into tonight. But tonight we're going to talk about how to get the right referrals. I like to go right to work, get right into it. Just today, I downloaded this cool new Facebook app on my new laptop, my brand new laptop, so that now I can do Facebook Live from my laptop. But before, I could only do it from my phone, but now I can do it from this laptop, and I think I like this toy. So I'm going to go ahead and play with this and have some fun with it. For those of you who are not as familiar with me, my name is Brian McNeill. I've been helping people to sell better for about 25 years now. I've got fantastic books out. One of my books is called The Shortcut, the fastest route to selling your services than you ever have before so that you earn more money than ever before, available on Amazon or through me. I believe if you read that book, you will be able to sell better than you ever have before just by doing what it says. Next book I have is called Asking for the Money, How Anyone Can Close More Sales, Even You. So those books are available to you, and I have Why Rhinos Make Great Salespeople, featuring Mr. Randall the Rhino, which is a children's book. And I'm currently writing The Power of the 4-Minute Presentation, how anyone can sell within a 4-minute time period. You can sell do your whole presentation. That book features your key minutes, the 1 minute right before you get in front of a client, 1 minute in the middle, 1 minute immediately after them, and doing the whole thing from start to finish in less than 4 minutes time, and you can do it. So let's talk about what we're here to talk about tonight. How to get the right referrals. This came about, I was talking with a client just today, and she is a manager of an insurance company. And she has some agents underneath her, and they send her through corporate training. And corporate training told her that she needs to train her people how to get 20, 30, 40, 50 referrals from each person so that they can make 200 phone calls a day. I can't believe anybody still teaches that. That is not the way to sell today. No salesperson can make 200 phone calls. It's my opinion. No salesperson could or should be making 200 phone calls in a day on any given day for any reason. If you do that, how many days can you do that? 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, but not long. I advocate that you do not do that. I suggested to her that you don't track how many phone calls you make. Don't track that at all. What I suggested is that you track how many conversations you have, how many meaningful conversations you have. And my objective, and I recommend for everyone, to have about 4. If you have just 4 meaningful conversations with a prospective client of yours about your services a day, 4 days, you work 5 days a week, that's 4 times 5, last I checked was still 20. If you have 20 significant and meaningful conversations a week, that's something that's much easier for you, the professional, to digest and much easier to achieve. And that is enough to win. That's a magic number in sales, 4, by the way. 4. If you will have 4 meaningful conversations about your business a day, you cannot fail in selling, and I defy you to do it. Good evening, Brian Love. How you doing? So first tip I'm going to say to you is try to have at least 4 conversations a day about your business. 4 conversations a day about your business will be enough for you. So how do you get more referrals? I wrote down a page full of notes, and let's see if I can get through all of them tonight. First note, how to get more referrals is to be awesome. Be fantastic at what you do. And by being awesome, typically what that means is to give more than you're paid for, to give more than what they pay you for, to do more than what they just pay you to do. Give more service, give more value, give more tangible stuff than what they pay you for. If you consistently give more than what you're paid for, you will very soon be paid more for what you do give. If you do more than you're paid to do, you will very soon be paid more for what you do. So the first tip to get more referrals is to actually be awesome. Hello, Vivian. How you doing? First tip is be awesome, and you can be awesome by just outworking, doing more than what they pay you to do. Second thing, the magic formula on how to treat your clients well, customer service. I hope the people on this call right here tonight, this broadcast here tonight, typically earn their money through people, which means they earn their money through clients. So the second thing to make sure that you get more referrals is to give your clients attention. Attention and touches often, and you can't overdo it. The only way you can overdo it is like 8 times a day. Okay, but if you reach out to them on a regular basis, once a week, once every other week, reaching out to them through email, through text, through phone. If you give them attention, and by main thing attention is if they ever call you, take their call. And if they ever ask you anything about your services, have an answer. Nothing frustrates clients more than not having an answer to that. But there's 2 rules. 2 rules I would want someone to write in here. And if Lisa's on, I want her to write these 2 rules. Rule number 1, never forget a client or a potential client. Rule number 1 is never forget a client or a potential client. Rule number 2 is never let a client or potential client forget about you. So rule number 1 is never forget a client. Thank you, Lisa. Rule number 1 is never forget a client or potential client. And rule number 2 is never let a client or potential client forget about you. It is in the 90s, Snoop Dogg had a lyric, I've got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. If you've got your mind on your clients and you keep putting yourself on your client's mind, I think your money comes back to you faster. Keep putting yourself on their mind. Third thing is never, ever, ever convey to a client that you are too busy for them. That is a cardinal sin. If you ever convey that you are too busy for a client, I can't talk to you right now. I've got other clients around me. Bad, bad, bad. It's better for you not to even take the call if that's the case. But I do want you to take your client's call, but never articulate or convey that you're too busy to talk to a client or potential client. Now, here's a golden referral question. This is a question I want you to add to your selling arsenal. This is a question I want you to use. Use this golden referral question. Here's the question. This is a question that you ask when you're talking with someone who can refer other people to you. They may not necessarily be your client themselves, but they are centers of influence or they are know someone. And guess who that includes? Almost everyone. Almost everyone, because the average American knows about 600 people. And you don't know where they're going to come from. So I want to teach you to sell through people instead of just to people. Instead of just selling to the person in front of you, sell through them. Because if you sell through them, you don't lose them. By selling through them, of the people you know, who do you think would most love it if they got some sales coaching? Of the people you know, who would most love a home security system? Of the people you know, who would most love it if they got a free life coaching class? Of the people you know, who would love it the most? Now, that's how you're selling through them, because they might say, oh, Tony or Sally or Susan. Or they might say, yeah, I know somebody, me. But that's not the golden referral question, but that's a question I want you to have in your arsenal as well. Here's the golden referral question. Christopher, if I'm talking to someone, Chris, how would I know if the person I'm talking to is a great referral for you? Rosa, if I'm talking to somebody, how would I know if the person I'm talking to is a great referral for you? Now, when you ask that kind of question, what you want from them is an answer, any kind of an answer, because for them to give you an answer to that question, if I'm talking to someone, Brian Love, how would I know if that person I'm talking to is a good referral for you? If they answer that question at all, that means they have to think about me bringing them some potential business, and they have to figure out a way to help me to bring them some potential business. Well, for my business, if you talk to someone who earns their money through clients and they're talking about how they're having difficulty earning money, or they're fearful of having to go get a real job, or those kinds of things, those are great clients for me. How would I know if I'm talking to someone, Denise? How would I know if the person I'm talking to is a great referral for you? The law of reciprocation clicks in when you ask that kind of question. That's called the golden referral question. If I'm talking to someone, how would I know the person that I'm talking to is a great referral for you? When you ask that question and they answer that question back to you, the law of reciprocation, the things that you do for someone else, causes them to want to do that for you. When someone gives you a gift, it makes you think even for a moment about giving them a gift back. If someone pays you a kindness or a compliment, I really like your shoes. Fantastic. I'm glad you do. I like these shoes myself. I was just about to say something about your tie. The law of reciprocation works like that. I like your hair. Wonderful. I like your scarf. It kind of comes back and forth like that. This is old school right here, but it still is relevant. It still matters greatly. The law of reciprocation does work. If I'm talking to someone, how would I know if the person I'm talking to is a great referral for you? Now, the second question I wanted you to have, I kind of alluded to it earlier. I want you to put this in your selling arsenal. The second question is, and depending upon your service, of the people you know, who would most like to have help with da da da. If I'm in Audretta's business, and Audretta can ask this, because you don't want, well, let me do it this way. Audretta, of the people you know, who do you think would most love it if they had a fitness and eating coach or nutrition coach? Who would love the most? Who do you think would love it the most? When you ask of the people you know, which one would love it the most, or which one do you think would benefit the most, that helps them to focus. But if you say anything like, tell me your friends who might want to use my services. Can you give me 10 names? Can you give me 20 names? Give me a list. Which one of your friends you think will be interested in buying what I sell? They cannot think of anyone because they all know too many people. Just like saying, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite song? No one can give you an answer quickly because we all know too many songs. If you say, what's your favorite Luther Vandross song? Well, that helps a lot. You help narrow it down for me. So if you have to help your client. So of the people you know, who do you think would most love it if I offered my services to them? Of the people you know, who would love it if I offered a free sales coaching session? Of the people you know, helps them to narrow it down. How you doing, Coach Antonio? Audretta, you get it. Good. I'm glad. Coach Antonio's joined me. I love Coach Antonio. I love Sister Audretta. So of the people you know, those two questions I want you to include in your selling arsenal. Question one, if I'm talking to someone, how do I know if that person is a great referral for you? I want you to start using that question often. If I'm talking to someone, how do I know if that person is a great referral for you? And look for that answer. Question number two, of all the people you know, who would most love to have some coaching on applying their makeup? How you doing, Treva? Of the people you know, who would most love it if they got a consultation on how to do their eyebrows? Now, if you ask that question, most people will be able to come up with one or two people right away. So this is the way I like to play it out. If I was to role play with someone, it'll go something like, a lot of times when I'm talking about what I do, I ask my clients, of all the people you know, who do you believe would most benefit the most from my services? And I say to them, did one or two people flash into your mind? They say, two people flash into my mind. How did you know? Well, I didn't know. I just guessed. So who are those two people? Of the people you know, who do you believe would love your blah, 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 whatever it is? If I had of the people you know, who do you think would most love it if they had a home security system? My man Christopher business. All right, those two questions. Of the people, how would I know if I'm talking to someone's a great referral for you? And of the people you know, who do you think would most benefit from it? Now, let's say they give you a referral. If someone ever gives you a referral, I need you to understand this here. That is a gift. For one, they're gifting you with a referral, but also they're giving you a responsibility. If someone gives you a referral, they're also giving you a responsibility, and you owe them something. If someone gives you a referral, you owe them something. And here's the thing you owe them. You owe them follow-up information about what happened with the referral. If someone gives you a referral and you call the referral and don't get an answer, and you don't tell the person that gave you the referral the results of that call, they're going to think you didn't do anything with the referral. They're going to think you didn't do a thing with it, and they're less likely to give you another one. You must bless and thank the person that gave you a referral by telling them the results of when you reached out to the referral. Please do that. Tell them results, whether the results are great or not so great. That helps them out a lot. You owe that to them, to tell them what happened. So it goes quick. So Antonio gives me a referral. He tells me to call Yolanda, and I call Yolanda and I say, hey, Yolanda, I was talking with Antonio, and he told me he really, really appreciated my services, and he thought it might be a good idea for me to at least suggest to you what I did, just in case you're interested. No obligation, nothing like that. Okay, well, what is it? So I tell Yolanda what it is, and whether Yolanda is interested or not. When that call is done, I owe it to Antonio, to Coach Antonio, to tell him what happened. And we're going to get to that, Audretta, what happened on that call. So that's the first thing. Thank and tell what happened as a result of referral. Now, there's a thing called GMP. GMP. GMP is the greatest management principle. A book written by Michael Leboff, Lebouf. Michael Leboff, GMP, greatest management principle. How do you handle it if the personal / sensitive matter? Can you thank them without giving them the results? Yes, you can. You should thank them. Help me out. Understand what kind of result would you not want to share? And no, maybe you don't have to, but as much information as you can convey to them, you want to. You definitely need to communicate with the person that gave you the referral something. Okay. Thank you for the question. And this is a really, really cool app. I am liking it because I can actually see everything as I'm going. And I think I can even type in some stuff if I wanted to. I don't want to, but I think I could. Anyway, Spencer, how you doing, Spencer? So GMP, greatest management principle. Hit Michael LeBouf. Michael LeBouf. LEBOUF. Michael LeBouf. He's a time management authority. That's what his big thing is. But he wrote this book called Greatest Management Principle. And the book was not that big, paperback, but here's the whole book in a sentence for you. That's exactly how you spell it. The greatest management principle is whatever gets rewarded gets done. Whatever gets rewarded gets done. Hello, Melba. How you doing? Where is she? Rich referral bonus. Okay. Whatever gets rewarded gets done. I appreciate you, hello, Melissa. I appreciate you, Audretta, by suggesting that. But the GMP, greatest management principle, whatever gets rewarded gets done. I promise you, the best monies you will ever invest into your business is monies that you spend. Hear what I said? Money that you spend for the express purpose of thanking someone. Money that you spend to thank someone comes back to you 20, 50, 75, 100 fold. If you spend money to thank someone, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but it needs to be some money, a $5 Starbucks card, a $10 Subway card, a $20 Walmart card, a $35 gift certificate. Any money that you spend to thank someone for a referral comes back to you many times over back. And you're rewarding them for what you want done. You're rewarding them for what you want done. And the thing that you want done is you want them to send you referrals. Now, if you don't reward them for referrals, and if you don't give them updates on your referrals, and if you don't thank them for referrals after the fact, I mean, like, thanks for the referral, that's one, but that's not enough. You got to thank them a separate time. Okay, another time. Thank you for the referral. If you don't thank people, if you don't reward people, if you don't give them up feedback on what happened, you get less and less referrals till you get none. Now, let's say you decided to relaunch your business and you want to make gaining referrals an active part of your business. Thank you, Lisa. I got 10 minutes to go. Thank you very much. I am going to offer this sales tip to you. If you can resolve to get one referral from everyone that is happy with your services, anyone that's been your past clients, I think, because a lot of times the best source of your new business is your old business. So if you went on a quest to touch all of your past clients, and I really appreciate, I like to tell my clients, thank you very much because you contributed to my economy. I had a successful year and it was largely because of you. You know, offer them something. How's it going with you now? And if I can, lucky me if I have an opportunity to pour back into their business, to give them something else, to give them another tip. I tell my clients, I told a client today, one of my clients today is going to be on a program with Les Brown. Her name is Melissa Hall. She's out of the Bahamas. And I never met her in person. My wife did. My wife went to Bahamas and met her. I never met her in person, but she's my client. So I sent her a note saying, congratulations to you, Melissa. Good job. I'm proud of you. That's all I said. And she sent me a note back. Thank you very much. I need to contact you again, Brian, because I need to brush up on my sales skills. Now, she's one that's been very complimentary. She used my services, I think it was 2 years ago. She's still getting value out of it, but she needs another dip. Okay, she needs another refresher. And I told her, I still consider you my client. I still consider you my client. So you're welcome to call me back and I will help you. And if she ever calls me back, I'm not going to charge her anything at all. If it's a question, I'm not going to charge her anything because she's my client still. Now, she calls me back, I pour back into her business, and I am going to say at that time, Melissa, of the people you know, who do you know that would most love it if they had an opportunity to work with me? And I'm certain she'll be able to come up with one or two people. I don't want you to get more than 2 referrals at any given time. Why? Because the law of diminishing returns. The law of diminishing returns. Let's say you go a whole day and a whole night without taking in any food or water. No, just water. You go through a whole day and a whole night with no food, okay? 24 hours with no food. And then at the end of those 24 hours, I hand you an apple. You will eat that apple because it's delicious, as if it was a delicacy, because you are hungry. Now, when you finish that apple, I gave you another one and said, eat it. And because you're still hungry, you eat that second apple too, but probably not with the same enthusiasm as the first apple. And say you finish that second apple, and I give you another one. At this point, you're getting close to being sick of apples. Because the law of diminishing returns. After you've been blessed with one apple, and then the second one, the value of that apple has gone less and less and less. If I made you eat a fourth apple or a fifth apple, you don't want apples at all. They're still the same apple, the same quality. They can taste the exact same, but the law of diminishing returns kicked in. So don't do that to your client. Get 1 or 2. And that 1 or 2 that they bless you with, they're happy with blessing you with it. But if you push and press for more than 2, well, who else can I call or your friends? Go ahead and get out your address book. Horrible tactic. Bad, bad, bad. Because if you ask for more than 2, really I want you to get 1. But sometimes it's going to dictate that you can get 2. They might be enthused. But that's all. But if you ask for more than 2, what happens is they regret that they gave you any. If you ask for more than 2, they regret that they gave you any at all. And the law of diminished returns kicked in, and you messed it up by being greedy. You can shear a sheep a lot of times, but you can kill it only once. Huh? Shear it. Get 1 or 2 referrals. If you got 1 referral from every one of your past clients, if you made it one of your practices is to get 1 referral from all your new clients, what happens is your selling life will get easier and easier each month. You won't have to start over your business each month. And you're doing it, you're like swimming with the flow of the river instead of against the flow of the river. You create momentum is what happens. What scares salespeople? What scares people that make their money through clients? Not having enough leads is the problem. Well, I don't have enough leads. What you don't need more leads. What you need is to do better with the ones you already have. If I gave you 10 leads, each one of you on this broadcast, if I gave you 10 leads on the first of the month, and I told you you can't talk to anybody else other than these 10 leads, how are you going to value them? How are you going to treat them? You're going to lovingly nourish each one because it's all you get. I really believe the challenge with most people is they have way too many leads, way too many, and because they can't service too many, they don't service any. That's the challenge. So I will say to you, lovingly take care of your clients. All right. So we've gone 25 minutes. I'm hoping that someone on this broadcast has gotten some value out of this time. Lovingly nurture them, swimming with the current. That's exactly right. Did anybody get any value on this broadcast that they're willing to share? If you do, I want to read about it. Okay. Now, in this 5 minutes I have left, all of you guys have blessed me with your time and attention. Man, I got a lot of people on here, a lot more than I thought. Melissa, what's going on? I love Melissa very much. I offer something to you because you blessed me with your time and attention. I am going to offer you, anyone on here, a free sales consultation. It'll take me 15, 20 minutes to do. And 15, 20 minutes time, I will be able to help you to shape your story. I will be able to help you to not miss out on opportunities. And I will teach you something. Anyone here that wants it, and now you can just call me or reach out to me on Facebook. My Facebook address is Brian K McNeill, or my phone number is everywhere. My phone number is 919-345-4893. My beautiful wife always got me there. Free 15, 20-minute consultation. And please give my phone number. I knew you was going to do it anyway. So 919 is 345-489. Brother Antonio, engage all of your clients is a success principle, and I recommend it happens twice a year, either like in January and June or June and December. Like every 6 months, you want to go on a sales a touching blitz where you contact everyone in the past. Every 6 months, everybody gets contacted. This goes back to the philosophy of never forget a client and never let a client forget you. And I promise you, if you do go on this quest to talk about all your past clients, a couple of things are going to happen, but they all are very good for you. Somebody's going to have forgotten about how great your service was, and they're going to forgot how great the value. And this will give you a chance to remind them. Okay, there's like, oh, I didn't get much value out of it last time. Okay, great. What have you done? That helps you out as well. And then somebody's going to be so excited that you contacted them again, because no one ever does it. You contact them again, and they're going to have a ton of questions for you. And don't be surprised if you go on a quest to contact your past clients. They ask you the same questions that they asked you 6 months ago, stuff that you did cover. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. So it's 9:28. I've enjoyed my time with you. If there's anyone with a question, I got it. If not, no problem. 2 minutes to go. That's right. I've enjoyed my time with you. Each Monday night at 9 p.m., I'm going to do something. I've done, I don't know, 4 of them now, I think. I've done 4 of them. I've done 4 Monday night sales mastery classes. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep them at 30 minutes because that way we can always squeeze it in. And if someone don't catch it live, the replay is available on my page. So this is just my way of sharing some stuff, giving some tips. I do want to say this too. Never let yourself think that you're out of training. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin Miles, if Marvin Miles said I did a great job, it's a great job because he would know. He would know. But anyway, never let yourself think you're out of training. Brother Christopher, you're very welcome. Thank you, Vicky. Christopher Bazell, I love Christopher. Melba, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. However I can be helpful to you, I want to. But each Monday night at 9 p.m., I'm just going to be on Facebook Live, and I want to give what I call Monday Night Sales Mastery. I'm pretty good at it. I am a sales trainer par excellence, which in French means pretty good at it. All right. You're very welcome, Melissa Soriano. I love you and your business. And however I can be supportive of it, I want to. And it's 9:30 now. So thank you very much. You guys have a beautiful rest of your night. I'll see you either back every morning from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on our Facebook Live. My wife and I produce a show called About Last Night, Monday through Friday, 9 to 9:30, right here on Facebook Live. And next Monday night on Monday Night Sales Mastery at 9 p.m. Have a good night.